Welcome to Speed Scene Live TV, the only show dedicated to the sportsman racer. Brought to you by Curry Rear Ends, Hedman Hustler Headers, M&H Tires, Aeromotive Fuel Systems, and TheFote.com. With your hosts, Diana Might, Bruce Barker, Scott Lucky Hudson, Alex Rogio, Bob Beck, Bryant Layton, with Donnie Couch and Dar Hawthorne.
And here we go. Are we ready to do this thing? My sources say, I wish I had one of those 8 balls where you just go, and it says, my sources say yes. I'm Bruce Barker, and along for the ride is Diana Might.
Welcome.
And as well, Lucky Hudson.
My answer's always cloudy.
Yes, always cloudy. Will I get married today? Always cloudy. Hey, Hot Rod Bob is here as well.
Yeah, can I get fries with that?
Is that what your 8 ball says?
Yeah.
Bruce, what's going on with the show tonight?
Yeah, I guess we would, like to finally get into the show here. Eagle Field, man. We're seeing a little bit of that right now as we talk about the NMCA West. It's coming up at Pomona. We got Chris and Brian in the studio tonight to talk about that. Come on down, watch the team race, see the Curry Hedman Aeromotive booth and the vendor Midway. Man, it's going to be so rocking. Also, you'll be able to see at the track the fastest door slammers on the planet.
Yeah.
See if Dynamite's, Dynamite, you got that new set of Hedman Hustler Headers on that car. I cannot wait.
You and me both, babe. You know,
Yeah.
I want to get out there and I want to run some quick ETs and I want to show Hedman just exactly what those headers can do for a car. Yeah, baby.
We are ready, and there is so much going on this weekend now. The NMCA West is at Pomona out here on the West Coast, all the way on the East Coast in Florida at the Orlando track. Florida Street Outlaws. Yeah, they've got their own top 10 list. They've already got it set up, but there's a whole line of racers that want to kick those guys off and put their name on that top 10 list. So check it out at Orlando, Florida Street Outlaws, May 17th.
Man, I just saw a Speed Scene Live sticker on this car.
Yeah,
That's
wasn't
right.
that totally cool? And next week we're going to have Lewis Crower from Crower Cams live in studio to talk about his series. And we're also going to be talking to the guys from NDRL. They just had a great race at Gateway Motorsports Park. And, well, we'll all be racing at Bowling Green at the Hot Rod Reunion pretty soon, right, Lucky?
That's right. I'm going to be racing with the Nostalgia Drag Racing League, and I can't wait, and we're going to talk about that later.
And you know what? We've got Bob in studio. That's, well, Bob with his gas. Let him tell you what he's going to talk about tonight.
We're going to get into the world of customs, and Penny Pichette, the co-founder of the West Coast Customs, is going to be calling in just a little bit later.
Ooh, nice.
Yeah, the queen of customs.
Yeah, we're going to see some lead. We're going to see some, dare I say, Bondo.
Oh, no, Bondo. It's all lead. Yeah.
Lead. People still do that, huh?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, there's a couple of...
Absolutely.
Not in California, though, right?
Yeah, well, the artisans do it in lead.
Isn't it so weird? You guys, we've all torn down cars. Isn't it cool when you find the factory lead?
Oh, yeah, right at the seams. You never even knew the seam was there.
Oh, it's so neat. It lasted all that time.
Yeah.
Tastes a little salty, though.
You know, and who is it for, the government to tell me I can't repair a car with lead? Or if it's bad for my health, it's my health. I should be the one worried about it, right?
But it's gluten-free.
That's right. That's right. I saw Bob's list on Facebook. All the other things.
Important thing?
Hey, Bruce, let's get into this next NMCA West clip because I had the opportunity to interview a couple people, and it's just a little quick interview. This is a couple of the racers in the open comp category. And, where, Bob?
Bob's.
And we're going to go ahead and talk to the NMCA Drivers OC and get a chance to see them and find out a little bit about what their strategy is. Now, these guys will probably be at Pomona.
And we'll be playing musical chairs when we come back.
That's right.
Hi, my name is Jordan Janke. I'm in the finals, NMCA. I'd like to thank all my sponsors, Block & Chunk Garage, GMW Drywall, and O'Reilly Auto Parts.
Hi, my name is Monty LaFrenz.
Monty, what class are you racing in?
I'm racing in the open comp.
I understand this is the first time out with an auto instead of a manual, and you're doing really well.
That's correct, yes.
Good luck, and I hope you do well.
Thank you.
Now, I hate to give away the ending here, but Monty ended up winning the entire class, first time out with an automatic. He's been banging gears for years and decided to put a two-speed trans in there. Saw Monty at the last NMCA race at Fontana, so I'm pretty sure we're going to see him out at the Auto Club Dragway Pomona, and looking forward to it. And, if you go to nmcadigital.com, you can go ahead and you can sign up for race entry. You can get spectator tickets, or you can show up to the track, and you can go ahead and just show up, pay the money, and get in. The racing starts on Friday morning, goes Saturday, Sunday, and it should be a great weekend. Let's introduce our guests right now. I'd like to welcome Brian. Brian, welcome to the show, Speed Scene Live.
Thanks for having me.
And Chris, we've got you on too. Chris, welcome to the show.
Thank you very much. Happy to be here.
Well, we're happy to have you guys here now. Unfortunately, Cammie Adelbrock was feeling a little under the weather and was unable to make it.
And we do miss you, Cammie. We know you're out there watching. And yes, it does take 2 men to replace 1 woman. Go, girl. Touche. But you know what? These guys are going to do a great job. They've been chit-chatting with us the whole time, and they're going to give us lots of information on NMCA. And we're going to tell all you folks out there why you need to come down to Pomona.
You know, Pomona is a track that we don't often get sportsman racers like ourselves.
Never get to race there anymore, Lucky.
We don't. And here's some footage of Diana Maitsnova at Pomona. And Chris, Pomona's a big deal. It's got to be the highlight of your whole season for NMCA West.
That's correct. I mean, other than the 2 NHRA national events, we are pretty much the only thing that actually runs down the quarter mile at Pomona. We're very, very fortunate to have the relationship with Auto Club Speedway, with the Fairplex, and we're really looking forward to it. This is our crown jewel of the season.
Oh, wow. Well, that's a nice way to put it, and I'm sure they, they're probably happy to have you guys there as well. I mean, you guys do a great job. You run a great event, and you know what? Again, all of us Southern California racers, we're just happy to be there, and we've got people, all over coming to this event, right, Lucky?
That's right. People are coming from all over because, like you said, Pomona's not always open, but there's a lot going on. You guys have the drag racing, of course. Brian, I understand there's a car show going on as well.
Yes, there's a all domestic car show. As long as it's been made in America, it's welcome. We have awards, hundreds of different awards for different categories. Best of show, a platinum class that'll be displayed out in front. So it's a great time. So if you got a collector car or a hot rod sitting in the garage doing nothing, come on out, and you'll be able to park up front close to the grandstands if you want to catch some racing at the same time. So it'll be a great time.
You know what? This is one of those things that you guys probably haven't had to encounter yet, but we are going to get eventually to the point where somebody says, "What do you mean my car's not domestic? It's a Toyota built in Spring Hill," or it's someday soon that's going to be an issue. Sure. Not yet.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
Well, the Camaros are made in Canada, so what's the difference, right?
Exactly.
Show up, be in the spirit of the event.
Well, I think they mean it traditionally the U.S., the American-made cars.
Let's
so
call
we're
it,
looking for the Fords, the GMs, the Mopars, those type of cars, guys?
Let's call it a muscle car, street rod type of car show. Is that better?
That genre.
And we're looking for the modern cars as well as the classics. If you've got a newer Mustang, a newer Camaro, a Challenger,
a GTO.
Exactly. Any newer iron, older car, street rod, like Brian was saying, we want to see you out there.
Oh, they have iron in those new cars? I thought they
mostly plastic.
Just plastic.
Now I'm reading crew updates from thefote.com, and Ralphie wants to know, how many people do you expect at this event?
As far as racers, we're probably around the neighborhood of 500 competitors. In the car show, we are looking for hundreds of cars. Anybody that would want to come out.
why wouldn't anybody want to come out? We expect everybody to come out.
I mean, look at this. This is you don't often get this view to be able to pull your car through the tunnel, pull into the burnout box, look over your shoulder, see the towers, the Pomona Towers.
Oh, yeah, that's me right there,
it's like
coming
you're
into
Russell
the dome.
Crowe coming into the Coliseum for the first time.
It kind of is,
Yeah, look at it. I'm pulling up. Hey, guys, so if somebody hasn't registered their show car and they want to come in the day of the show, can they do that?
Absolutely.
Great.
You just come in through gate 17. And
what street is that off of?
That's
Do you
off
know?
of Fairplex.
Okay.
That's the main
entrance.
Yeah, main entrance.
Yeah. And for that matter, racers, spectators.
Oh, so the racers is not
vendors.
quite sold out yet. Because it, there's a possibility of always getting sold out. They're not?
As far as the race participants go, no, you can still show up.
We checked today, Dynamite, and they
Oh,
said
wow.
there's still room, so racers, come on down.
Correct.
Come on down.
Wow.
But so
great.
everybody comes in off of gate 17, which is off Fairplex, and you just come to the gate, and if you have your show card, you just say, hey, I want to buy an entry to the car show, and they'll direct you. A nominal fee will get you right up into the main area for the car show.
Nice. I
And
love
now-
an organized event.
Oh,
We try.
And then the racing, you've got the pro mods, you've got people like Joe Lapone coming out. He flies out
You like
from...
that burnout? Did you guys see that?
That
Did
was
you see
pretty
that?
good.
Yeah, that was me.
Nice.
Yeah.
He flies
That
out from
wasn't
the
all
East
of it.
Coast. 5-second door slammers. You've got turbos. You've got nitrous cars. You've got blown cars. You've got every gambit. And these guys are really the kings of the track. I mean, Chris, don't you think that this is the real show?
Oh,
Yeah,
definitely. Like you said, we're gonna have the fastest cars in the nation coming out. But one other thing to remember, we've also got True Street classes. If you are a guy who wants to come out and just give it a try for the first time, I mean, drag racing is the kind of racing you can do. And if you've ever wanted to give it a shot, we've got entry-level classes as well. So don't be afraid. If you've got a car that runs in the 10s, the 9s, the 11s, the 12s, we want you to come out as well.
And don't forget the little people like me. We're the ones, the very, very important ones that actually warm the track up for the Joe Lapones of the world.
Yeah, he just talked about you, the 10, the 11, the 12.
Without us, that track would not be as sticky and have as much rubber on it. So, Joe, yeah.
Well, speaking of sticky and speaking of having a lot of rubber, let's go to our phones because, Bruce, I think you have some Eagle Field footage out there.
Indeed.
And we're going to take a trip back in time. We're going to leave all the nitrous, all the turbo, all the fuel injection behind. And we're going to go way, way in the Wayback Machine to the days when they didn't even have a Christmas tree. They had a flag start. Diana might bring our caller
Let's
on.
go to line 1 and welcome John Matajas. Welcome to Speed Scene Live.
Hey now, ladies and gentlemen, how we doing this evening?
We're great. Thanks for calling.
We're doing great, John. Welcome to the show.
Thank you so much, man. You guys really helped us out with that charity event earlier this year. We turned over $9,500 to the Hunter family.
Nice.
Part of the group at Eagle Field. And Eagle Field, we are doing it in the dirt in Dos Palos, better known as Fireball, California, Saturday and Sunday. It's the Fresno Drag Race Reunion, the 5th annual on Saturday. 74 and before with a flag start run, which brung our good buddy Stormy Bird and Rich Wasco with Ron August Jr. at the wheel. There'll be side-by-side max runs between Pure Hell and Revelation all day long. The Beast with Jeff Atanian at the wheel of the jet car on the 8th mile. And you said sticky? Yeah, it's sticky. We use Coca-Cola syrup.
Nice, nice.
Back in the old days.
That's the tradition. That's what they would always use, and it always worked great.
Dude, it works like sticky. It's definitely sticky.
Does it bring
We
ants?
guarantee the traction of the parking lot. And then on Sunday, it's the Lions Drag Race. It's Sunday the 18th, 74 and before. But this time, a 1966 early True Gas shootout. And we've got True Gassers coming from Oregon and all over the West Coast for the True Gas shootout. We're trying to flush out the True Gas guys to go run the 8th mile because in the future I have news about more airfield racing in the state of California, like double the amount in 2015.
There's a big buzz about that gasser racing going on, and I think that's going to be huge.
It's pretty momentous as it is, and they're coming from everywhere. That's going to be on Sunday. We're going to have the gasser shootout. We're going to have the door slammer shootout, and it's cheap. It's $15 to be a spectator. If you're 14 and under, you're in for free. To be a driver with your car, $40 a day. Mini bike and rider, $25. Free camping if you buy a 2-day pass.
Man.
And there's a hangar party Saturday night to get us all to Sunday.
Man, that sounds like a great time. And did I set it up correctly? Do you have a flag man starting the cars?
Oh, yeah. We've got the chief from the old Baylands Fremont Drag Strip, and RJ, and Earl. We've got 3 guys with John. We've got 4 different flag starters, all with their own unique styles. And what, we've got Unsprung Schneider. Unsprung's 81 years old. And he puts everybody on the trailer because everybody doesn't know. When the flag comes up is when the switch started on the timer, and you left. You didn't wait till it got all the way in the air. And Unsprung whole shots everybody. He'll be there both weekends. We'll have ham dragsters on both Saturday and Sunday. We'll have pit bike races. It is the doggonest thing with cars, and the dust control has been sprayed. And come out and join us. It's 2 days. It's really economical. Great time. Great hot rodding people. It's EagleFieldDrags.com, or you can call Rocky at 599-31357. But EagleFieldDrags.com if you're not down in Pomona. And actually, Rich Blasco, when I was the announcer with the Good Guys, and we used to race there in Pomona, I remember following Rich and pure hell into the track. And the back window of his truck, it said, "Fuel altered forever." And like you said, out of the fog of your mind, now at Eagle Field, Rich and the Pure Hell, we're at the March meet as well.
Nice.
So it is just a gas.
Well, it sounds great. And, of course, our favorite, our money's on Stormy Bird. And we know he's racing some big names out there, and I'm sure everyone's going to have a great time. Where's that website again that people can go for information?
It's called EagleFieldDrags.com.
John, thank you so much for calling in. We really appreciate it, and we're so happy that we could have helped you with the charity deal. We love what you guys are doing, and you know what? It's the coolest thing ever.
True nostalgia this weekend. We appreciate it, Scotty. Talk to you soon.
Okay, thank you, John. Let's take a quick commercial break, and when we come back, we're going to talk to the guys about NMCA some more. We've got Bryant Layton with the Off-Road Report. We've got Hot Rod Bob Beck, and, of course, Diana Mike with all her tricks, her treats, her joys.
At Aeromotive, we believe that performance means reliability, longevity, and durability. Being the best is no secret. By utilizing aerospace processes, procedures, technology, in-house engineering, true applications knowledge, and 3 generations of track experience, it's easy to see why we're the best. We take great pride in the fact that everything we sell, we design and make in the USA. See our entire line of fuel pumps and related products by logging on to aeromotiveinc.com. Aeromotive. We know it, we race it, we live it.
60 years. That's a long time for a company to do any one thing. Doing it right while sticking to your founding values. Now that takes hard work and dedication. For 60 years, Hedman's All-American workforce has been devoted to manufacturing the very best headers any team of craftsmen can build. That's 60 years of cutting, 60 years of bending, 60 years of welding, more than 2 million in all. And every set made right here at home. At Hedman Headers, we build all-American horsepower, then back it up for life. Hedman Headers, made in the USA.
Speed Seen Live, right here with this handsome gentleman that I can't help but staring at.
Thanks a lot, John.
I bail out of that?
That's okay. You did good. You did good. Thank you very much.
Welcome back to Speed Scene Live TV, the #1 online drag racing TV show. Brought to you by Curry Rear Ends, M&H Tires, Hedman Hustler Headers, Aeromotive Fuel Systems, and theFote.com.
Oh, yeah, and it's another Tuesday night. You're live with Diana Mike. We've got Scott Lucky Hudson here in the studio with me. We've got both Chris and Brian from NMCA and Bruce back there handling the controls. We've got Bob hiding around here somewhere trying to play music chairs, and he'll be with you moment. Oh, there he is right
Bob,
behind.
I didn't know you were a
musician. He's kind of creeping around, you know. It's not quite Halloween, but it seems like it here.
Well, we're going to bring Bob on, and we're going to go ahead and get going with the interview and get a chance to hear Bob's Gas, the great American auto scene. But remember, tonight we're talking about the NMCA Pomona. It's this weekend. I'll be down there racing the Curry Hedman Aeromotive car and Nostalgia Street car. Come on by the vendor area. They always have a really good vendor area. And I'll have the Curry booth, the Aeromotive booth, the Hedman booth. I got free stickers. I got Speed Scene Live stickers, catalogs, flyers. I got a bunch of good stuff. So come on by. Check it out. There's a vendor down there that is providing unlimited fiberglass products, unlimited performance, and they have a great new bumper for the Novas. I'm putting one on my Nova. It's a fiberglass bumper with a built-in spoiler. Looks really nice. I was hoping to have it on for this event, but I'll have it on for the next race. But come on down, cheer me on in Nostalgia Street car. Diana Might, she's going to be racing for the gold in Quick Street in her Nova. Yeah. She's got a brand new set of Hedman headers that she wants to try out. And this is kind of our test because we ran the car, we got a baseline, we swapped just the headers, nothing else, and we're going to see what kind of a difference it makes. Nice. Bob?
Yes?
Tell us a little bit about the great American auto scene.
Hi, I'm Bob Beck, and you've got gas tonight on Speed Scene Live. With us is Penny Pichette. Penny is the queen of customs, according to George Barris and everybody else that knows customs. Penny, are you there?
I am, Bob. How are you?
I am doing great. You're the co-founder of West Coast Customs with your husband, and you've been putting the show on for how long?
This will be our 33rd year.
Wow, 33 years of customs. Now, you're at the Santa Maria Fairgrounds, and
yes.
Now part of this show, besides the customs, the great people, the bands, you've also got an auction for charity going on.
Yes,
and
we do.
What is the charity?
The charity is the Rich Pichette Alzheimer's Fund. We are in the process of building a one-of-a-kind car, and as soon as it's completed, we're going to auction it off, hopefully at the Barrett-Jackson, and 100% of the proceeds are going to Alzheimer's research in my husband's name, Rich.
That's great. Now, every year that I go to West Coast Customs, the car comes along a little bit further and a little bit further, and it's always on display there. And this is a great show. Now, you're at the Santa Maria Fairgrounds. And
yes, the Fair Park. They call it the Fair Park.
Okay.
Everybody has their own little thing on it, you know?
Yeah. But one of the things, and we're showing one of the cars now, on the Friday night cruise. Now, that goes on Friday night right in the street. Santa Maria blocks off the street for you guys, right?
Actually, it goes down South Broadway. Yes, and from 7 to 9.
7 to 9. I know, so I'm going to be out there helping.
It's pretty cool. It's pretty spectacular.
Yeah, it's an amazing thing. Now, you get some wild customs like we're showing on screen right now, a bubble top car. But there is everything and anything related to the custom world, including the guys that build the cars.
Right. Right.
You know, we've got a shot going on screen right now. It's got Blackie. It's got George Barris. Even too tall, Pat Ganal's there, Gene Winfield.
Hey, Gene Winfield, he cruises too.
Yeah, he'll be up there. He's always going. He was at Moon Eyes this last weekend. He's going to make his way up there. And for those guys that can't do the one-to-one cars, you've got a great model car show going on as well.
Really, I mean, the dioramas that people bring and they're so perfect. They you know, they're chopped, they're sectioned, the engine, the compartment, the interior. They look like real cars. If you see pictures of them, you can't tell.
And they look great. And now this is going to go on for 3 days if you count the cruise night, right?
Right.
So
right.
Cruise night's Friday. You got to be there for that. That starts at what time?
The cruise is from 7 to 9.
Cruise is from 7 to 9. The fair.
So they have to be registered.
Yes. Got to have a registered car to get into it. The Fair Park opens for setup on Friday, but the show opens Saturday and Sunday. What are the hours there?
Saturday and Sunday, right. The cars can start coming in at 7 o'clock, and the gate opens up at 8.
And hundreds of cars. Then on Sunday, there's also a swap meet, isn't there?
Sunday, we started a swap meet about 3 years ago, and it seems to be growing, and it's strictly old parts.
Yep. man. It's great.
That's
Now,
it. Just like an old swap meet.
Now, you moved out here from the East Coast.
Yes, back in 1976.
And you and Rich did what? You guys started your own little...
We sold our house, packed up, didn't know what. Didn't know nothing from nothing. Drove to this little town called Sunnymead, California, where I actually had some family here, and settled down. Bought a little hamburger stand, started a little cruise night, and that's how it really got started.
And it's grown immensely now. It hasn't always been at Santa Maria Fair Park, but that's where it's at
Actually,
now.
we were in Paso Robles for 26 years.
Wow. So,
And you know what? We just really outgrew the town. We needed to move on.
yeah, the show has gotten huge, and it's the premier show on the West Coast for customs. Chop tops, custom fadeaway paint jobs, sleds, you name it, it's there.
Well, what else is cool is, you know, George Barris comes out, Winfield's always there, Bill Hines, Blackie Jijian, you know, Gary Choppett, there's Pat Ganal. I mean, I could keep going on, and Frank DeRosa, Rod Powell, and on and on and on. You know, all these guys that have been customizing for years and years, painters, you know, and we've lost so many over the past, and, you know, we need to keep supporting these old guys, too.
You know, Penny, speaking of old guys, my name is Lucky. I'm Bob's co-host here. I understand that the car that you're building for the Alzheimer's research, you're going to raffle it off, and all the proceeds will go to help. And you've got a lot of great companies involved, and one of the companies involved is a company that I represent, which is Curry Rear Ends. And
Right.
I understand they gave you a Curry rear end for that car.
Yes, they did. Yes, they did. That was pretty awesome.
And they had a lot of nice things to say about you and what a wonderful person you are, and they really like your passion.
Thank you.
Now,
You know, I didn't always have this passion, okay?
yeah, right.
I didn't. Did I ever think I'd be doing what I do now? Heck no. You know, like I had said many times before, I was just along for the ride. Was it my dream? No. But it is now, and it's my passion now.
Now, you got an award just recently at the Grand National Roadster Show, didn't you?
Yes, actually, it was pretty awesome. It actually is a very emotional thing. I got inducted into the Grand National Hall of Fame, and that was probably the most ultimate honor any car person can get. I never, ever expected it. It was pretty special. My husband went in 1995.
And you came in.
Yeah,
you just
I
came in.
did, and it's pretty special.
Now, you've got a crew, the regular crew, I guess, that puts on the show with you, that your right hand is both your son and daughter, too. So this is a family event.
Yes, and a lot of good friends.
Now, the show.
A lot of close, good friends that have been helping me, and they're there to keep an eye on me and make sure I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing.
Yeah, now you've got it's you, it's Richard, Michael, Jill, Joe, and 16 grandchildren and 9 great grandchildren.
Yes.
You've got a heck of a family there. And for those of you, now, do you still have the jet drive-in?
No. We got rid of the jet, and oh my gosh, back in mid-'80s.
Wow. But that's what
And
started
Rich got
it
a real job.
But that's what started it all. And in 1982,
You know what? The jet still exists.
Yeah.
It's still there. It's still a little drive-in. And the reason it got started there, well, I don't know if the story goes, is all our friends had 50s cars. All the events were pre-49. So
they needed a place to go.
Needed a place to go. And then the people up north heard that Rich started this little car club called West Coast Customs, so they wanted to jump on the bandwagon and be with us. And that's how we ended up being where we were in Paso Robles.
Oh, that's neat. It's a great place. Santa Maria is really nice. The weather is cool and comfortable.
Yep.
You get out of the heat here. There's always a breeze going on, and thousands of custom cars. We're seeing a lot of them on screen now. Even pedal cars for those people that are so inclined.
Mm-hmm. We have a vintage bicycle show also added on. We added that a couple years ago.
And, you know, the photos we're showing on screen right now are courtesy of Anna Octane, better known as, she's known as Anna Octane. Anna Marco from
Anna.
Old School. Oh, everybody knows Anna. The backup babe for
love
Stony
Anna.
Bird. And she's always there taking photos. We'll see her up there as well for Old School rods. Here's a shot of the bicycles right now. That's in the secondary building that I'll be in throughout the show as well. And you've always got celebrities in the automotive realm there, like you said. Barris, Blackie. I saw Blackie cruising around last year and the year before. He's looking better as he gets older. I don't understand, but. And you never sit still. You're running around like mad there, making sure everything happens on time and on schedule.
Yeah, well, like I said, it takes a whole team.
It does, and you've got a heck of one. So we're going to go up there. It's not this coming weekend, but the next weekend.
Correct.
Up in Santa Maria. The cruise night is Friday night, but you got to have a registered car.
7 to 9.
Right, 7. You got to get there 7 to 9, but you got to register before that. Then the show opens.
And they can register Thursday or Friday at the Santa Maria Inn.
And it's a beautiful place. That parking lot's like a car show in itself, too.
Yes, it is. Everybody wants to power park there, huh?
Yeah, they get there early for that one. All right, so we will see you next week in Santa Maria. Thanks for coming on the show.
Thank you, Penny. It's a pleasure talking to you.
All right. Thank you very much.
Everyone,
Have a great evening.
Thanks, and everyone's got to head up to Santa Maria. This is one great car show. You won't see most of these cars in the L.A. area. You see them at the West Coast Customs.
Man, some fine-looking machinery.
Yep. Nice. Hey, Bruce, pull up that next video, and let's show, since Bob's talking about car shows, and we've got the NMCA West, and they've got a car show going on this coming weekend at Pomona. Well, let's show some footage from some of the cars that were out at Pomona last year, and this is just a little snippet. But you guys have a lot of stuff happening, and a lot of great cars are showing up at the car show. Tell us a little bit about some of the events that are planned for this weekend, Chris.
Well, as we talked about, we've got Heads Up Drag Racing, Index Racing, the car show that we're looking at right now. That's a Hot Wheels, actually a life-size Hot Wheels 57 Chevy Nomad that you're looking at right there. And again, you see old Mopars. You're going to see newer cars. I think our best of show last year was a 61 Fury Custom. But you're going to see a lot of modern stuff as well. Anything made here in the good old USA.
I think you guys had a really wild Nomad last year with some great paint, and you just had a great selection and different types of cars, and everybody came out and had a great time, and it was so cool to be able to walk over, watch the drag racing, walk back, check out the car show, walk over to the vendor area. By the way, before we get into more, let's go back and let me introduce one of the racers, one of your more senior drag racers at NMCA.
Up next in the left-hand lane in the brown Oldsmobile, 75-year-old Papa Joe Furriani. This is the class that Diana Might was racing in. Papa Joe's got a 977 dial. He will have to wait as the Mustang in the right-hand lane, the far lane, he's running a 1043 dial. So Papa Joe will have to sit there, let that car leave first and wait for him and then catch him with this faster car. The trick to that, don't go red. It's hard to sit there and wait as that car goes farther and farther down the track. But Papa Joe's a veteran of many years of racing. His son, Michael Furriani's off to the side helping him all weekend long.
Now, this is some great racing that's going on, all different classes, and of course you mentioned, Chris, you mentioned the bracket class, or not the bracket class, but the index class, quick street, super quick. There's classes for dragsters. If you're a super category, if you race super comp, super gas, super street, there's a 400 Pro Tree and an opportunity to race there. There's really a class for everybody, isn't there?
That's certainly correct, and like you were talking about, we're going to have the fastest cars that you can find are going to be showing up. But again, we're here for everybody, so there's a class available for anyone who would like to bring their car out. If you are a racer, if you've always wanted to go down the historic Auto Club Speedway in Pomona, this is your chance to do it.
And we mentioned the pro mods, Joe Lapone. There's a bunch. I think there's about 20 of these fast 5-second cars that are all trying to get into the top. You never know who's going to win because unfortunately you see a lot of people doing too big a wheelie, or the motor blows up, or I think I've seen a nitrous fire or two. So part of the trick to being good at this event is at the Auto Club Raceway. Pomona.
Thank you, Bob. Of course, we wouldn't forget that the Pomona Raceway is the Pomona Auto Club Raceway. We want to thank Auto Club for all of our Southern California tracks, whether it be Pomona, Fontana. Without them, they wouldn't exist. Thank you, Auto Club.
There you go. Now, let's go over. We've got Brian Layton on the phone, and he's going to have a real quick Black Knight off-road lighting off-road report. And we want to thank Black Knight Off-Road Lighting for being a sponsor of that. Diana Might, why don't you bring, who do you have there?
Well, let's welcome Bryant Layton. We haven't heard from him in a little while. Bryant, hey, guy, how's it going?
Hey, you know what? It's going good. Sorry, I've not been around the show. Been a little busy getting married and stuff again.
Getting married, having children. We know what you've been up to. And we've got your buddy Pete Mortensen on the other line. Pete, welcome to Speed Scene Live.
Thank you for having me.
Sure. Thank you for being had.
Hey, I know we only got a couple minutes here. We didn't plan on having an off-road segment tonight, but the off-road community is a big family. And Pete, before we get into why we're on here tonight and everything like that, can you tell everybody out there listening today a little bit about your racing with Menzies Motorsports and your accomplishments?
Yeah, I'm navigator for Bryce Menzies in the trophy truck, and we've been going at it since 2010. Our first full year running the Score Desert Series, we won the trophy truck championship, so that was a great accomplishment for us. And then back-to-back Baja 500 wins in 2011 and 2012, and then the Mint 400 last year, 2013. We got the overall in that too, and all in all, we've been very successful for being a team of only 4 years. So, I mean, we've had great accomplishments, but it's the drive of our driver and our team owner, Steve Benzies.
Yeah, I've seen you guys. I did back in the day a Core Cribs with you guys back when I was doing fully off-road radio, and definitely a great program out there at the Menzies shop. You guys are definitely producing some top trucks. You guys are prepping cars for Travis Pastrana, and doing the rally car stuff and the short course and everything. And you're doing a great job, and my hat's off to you. Definitely want to get you on the show, you and Bryce, and talk more about that.
Thank you.
Let everybody out here kind of today, the off-road racing, we're a big family, and we got one of ours hurt. Can you tell us a little bit about what's going on?
So Jordan Kundert, I've grown up with him. I've known him for 16 years. He's been around the off-road industry. He's the one that got me into this when we were kids. We built our street vehicles and thought they were race cars, and we actually entered them in a couple of races. But he has grown to be very big in the industry over the last couple of years, working with Jason Voss and Justin Davis and Steve Strobel. And Jordan's also a dirt bike racer. So he just got done racing the Silver State 300. I believe he got third place. But he had a little get-off on his bike Saturday evening. And, it was pretty bad. He was going fast, and turns out he broke quite a few bones in his back. And, the doctors went in yesterday and tried to clean out as much as possible, and they said his whole back pretty much exploded into his spinal cord and his lungs. And so they gave him a very, very slim chance of ever walking again. But, we're not losing hope. There's so many friends and family members that he has, and we all have his back. And, we're doing everything we can. And, we set up a fund for him. So when the time comes, they say he's going to need a 3-month rehabilitation. So we're all saving up, and we're trying to do that. And, we have a GoFundMe page set up for him. So, anyone can donate $5. I mean, if you give $5, that's more than nothing. And, our goal is to make sure that the last thing that he ever has to worry about when he gets out of rehabilitation is, how he's going to keep the lights on at home, or, how he's going to put gas in his car to get somewhere, and we just want to make his his life a little bit easier when he does get out.
Yeah, you know, Brian Moore set up this account, and Brian's done stuff for us on Speed Team with filming. He's with Tent Media, a great company. And Brian set this up, and it was, I believe, within 24 hours, it was close to, was it $15,000?
Yeah, our initial goal, we were there Saturday night, and we said, well, let's just set it for $10,000, and within 12 hours, we had, $12,000, and it was like, oh, man, maybe we can get more, and it's amazing what people have done. I mean, I think we're up to $31,000. I mean, it's amazing to see everyone come together, and anything you have that you can donate it will help Jordan out in the long run, and it's awesome to see the community coming out. And, I was at the hospital the other night, and Justin Davis drove up, and Dwight Strobel, and you got people coming from all over the country just to be by Jordan's side, and and it's awesome to see it.
Well, it's not just off-road racing as a family. All of us racers here on Speed Scene and any type of racing here, and when one of yours gets hurt, we do whatever we can. So, I'm hoping to see this, go into six figures. He's got a long road of recovery ahead of him. I think he can do it. I believe he will do it. But everybody out there in Speed Scene, I believe we're showing the website, and we showed the link up and everything, guys.
Bruce, do you have the link up for where people can go to donate?
Yeah, in fact, let's. I'm sorry.
Please.
Yeah, Brian, you give it to us.
Do you know it by heart, Pete?
I do not. It's GoFundMe. I don't know the exact link. Jordan Kundert, Kundert. It's on GoFundMe.com. I don't have all the digits in front of me.
Yeah, you know what? It's a really short address. Kind of weird. It's typical of GoFundMe, where it's kind of like, it doesn't make particular sense because it doesn't have Jordan's name. But here it is. It's GoFundMe.com/92TPY0. So there you go. It's a pretty short string of numbers.
And
92TPY0.
I think if you Google Jordan's name, you'll be able to find it as well.
Yeah.
Brian, anything, the racing community out there, anything you guys can do for us, we'd really appreciate it. And, Pete, thank you very much. And Brian, for setting up the account. We're here for you guys. Anything we can do to help you, please let us know. Thank you guys at Speed Team for letting us jump on here real quick.
Sure.
Pete, we want to have you back after the 500 when you guys get another win. All right, buddy?
Awesome. Thank you guys again for letting us do this on your show. We really appreciate it. And, Brian, thank you for getting me on the show.
Thanks for calling in, guys.
No problem.
All right.
Our pleasure. And Bruce has got that link up on the screen right now. Thank you guys very much. Brian, Pete, talk to you guys later.
Thank you. Bye.
See you later, guys.
Bruce, maybe we should go into a commercial break, and then when we come back, we've got more of the NMCA at Pomona. We're going to talk to them, and we're going to go ahead and find out if there's any other details that we haven't touched on yet. And we'll be back right after this message.
For over half a century, Currie rear-end components have been twisting out the torque and taking the punishment. And the new Currie lineup is stronger than ever. Some of the world's most capable, hardest-working vehicles depend on Currie gears, which is why you can too. Street cars, hot rods and resto rods, drag cars, rock-crawling four-wheel drive vehicles, whatever you're piloting, Currie expertise and rock-solid design means the parts will do their job, so you can do yours. Check out Currie's custom rear ends, featuring a full line of upgrades, components, and installation options. The Currie Crate rear ends lineup offers ultra-strong construction on third members and carrier assemblies. And other underside parts, like correct link steering systems, keep your four-wheeler pointed where you want it. Add in a wide variety of solid, purpose-built suspension and brake components, and you've got one tough, ready-to-go machine. Grab a hold of a Currie rear end. Talk to the experts at 714-367-2679 or view the complete line online at CurrieEnterprises.com. forces that has served to defend our great country and our freedom. All of us here in the United States of America would like to offer our sincere appreciation for all that you do and all that you've done. To every family that has made a sacrifice for us, we thank you.
M&H Tires, makers of racing tires that give you the best bite for the buck. You've paid a lot for that horsepower. Make sure you use it all. M&H Tires has the best compounds available for maximum traction. Go to mandhtires.com. That's mandhtires.com. Buy direct and save at the website and mention the Speed Scene for a 5% discount. That's right, mandhtires.com. Call them at 661-324-4773. M&H Tires has tech guys ready to answer your questions or to recommend the best tire for you. Slicks or DOT. M&H Tires has it all. M&H were the first to create racing tires for muscle cars and also the first to create racing tires for sport compact cars. Legendary M&H Tires. Shop online. Mention the Speed Scene and save 5%. Get the best racing tires, great personal service, and save 5%. Go to mandhtires.com or call them at 661-324-4773. MNHTires.com.
Hi, I'm Hot Rod Holly, and I get gas with Hot Rod Bob every Tuesday night on Speed Scene Live.
Welcome back to Speed Scene Live TV, the #1 online drag racing TV show. Brought to you by Curry Rear Ends, M&H Tires, Hedman Hustler Headers, Aeromotive Fuel Systems, and thefote.com.
Welcome back to the show, Speed Scene Live. My name is Lucky. You're here live tonight with Diana Mite, one of the NMCA competitors. We're also here with Chris and Brian talking about NMCA, and back there we got Bruce and we got Hot Rod Bob. Now, Chris, I understand that you can buy tickets online, and I think there's even a discount involved.
That's correct. That's correct. If you go to www.nmcadigital.com/Pomona, that's our website, and that's the link that'll take you right to the event information. And there's you can click on a very big link at the top of the page, get the information about online ticket sales, where you can get a discount for spectator tickets, one-day ticket, $20 ticket, online special $10. That's 50% off.
That's a good deal.
Yeah. That's
$10.
right.
$10. You can't even see a movie for $10. Here you get a whole day's entertainment.
That's right. That's right. And also, if you're a car show participant, if you're a race participant, there's discounts for you as well at that link, www.nmcadigital.com/Pomona.
Now, Chris, when I'm at these events, I see a lot of families with kids. What's the ticket price for little kids?
12 and under is free of charge.
Free.
Dang.
So you could show up with a bunch of kids. I always wonder, man, there's so many people with kids, and the kids love coming by and getting stickers. And I think it's great. Yeah. It's great to get all these kids involved, you know, excited.
Get them started young.
It's that next generation that we're always saying that we want to get involved in the racing.
That's how I started, OCIR. When I was 4 years old, my dad said, you can't throw a ball, you can't catch, you're going to be a car guy. Take you to OCIR.
No, you had no option. There's nothing left.
That's it.
Yeah, he threw the football, broke your nose, took you right to the racetrack.
That's what happened.
You know?
That's what happened.
Now, Brian, tell us a little bit about some of the sponsors, some of the people like Curry Rear Ends and Hedman Headers that are making all this possible for people like us to go racing.
Actually, Curry and Hedman are class sponsors of our
Nice.
series. So Curry has stepped up big time this year and is sponsoring the Open Comp class.
They love us, you know.
Yeah.
And they know we love NMCA.
Yeah. Well, I love how you guys have all the classes, like, you know, Calvert Racing. All the people in that class put the Calvert sticker on their windshield.
Yeah,
all the
Gravitelli
Hedman.
does the Mustang Madness.
Yeah.
Garrett Turbo is our Pro Mod sponsor. Mickey Thompson's our True 10.5. I believe Lucas Oil is our NA 10.5 sponsor. So we have a lot of great companies behind us, and we certainly couldn't do it without them. One thing I don't want to forget to mention is that in our top 11 classes, the winners of the classes get an NHRA Wally.
Ooh.
And that's brought to you by Aerospace Components. And Al and Kim are actually probably on an airplane from Florida here to present those in the winner's circle on Sunday.
Sweet.
It's a big deal. It's one of the only places other than racing with NHRA that you can actually win a Wally. So
You know, I'm still trying to get that Wally. And
You
one
and
of these
me
days.
both lucky trying to get that doggone Wally.
We saw a picture on Facebook of Valerie, Kevin and Val, great racers, and they were going to evacuate because of the wildfire coming through Rancho Cucamonga. She had her 2 Wallies. She's like, okay, I got the stuff. Let's go.
The important things are in my arms.
That's right. You know, that's a big deal. And then tell people about the rings.
Well, the championship winners of our points classes will receive a Nitto Diamond Tree ring that has, Chris, help me out. It's got diamonds,
It's got rubies, emeralds.
If you picture a Super Bowl ring, that's what you're looking at.
Yeah.
And Nitto Tire, there, I'd actually be remiss if I didn't mention Nitto is also the event sponsor for this weekend's Pomona event at the Auto Club Speedway.
Pomona Auto Club Raceway Pomona. That's okay. Auto Club.
Man,
It's
you
Pomona,
tripped me
Pomona,
up,
Pomona.
Man, you tripped me up.
There's the ring right there.
That's the ring. Now imagine you're racing for a Wally at the event. At the end of the season, our points class winners are shooting for this ring right here, and that is presented at the season final winners ceremony, which takes place at the Edelbrock Museum in Torrance. That's every year, and again. That's sponsored by Nitto Tire, who is our event sponsor this weekend.
Beautiful.
Also, I need to would be very remiss if I didn't mention Flowmaster Mufflers. They are our title sponsor for the NMCA West Series. So thank you very much to Flowmaster as well for being our title sponsor.
And let's not forget those fabulous jackets the top 10 guys get. Lucky you have one of those, don't you?
I've got one for the Hedman Headers Nostalgia Streetcar class, and I wear it all the time at the track. Beautiful.
It's not one of those cheesy
it's
windbreaker
nice.
type thingies. I mean, it's like leather and wool, and it's just gorgeous.
The whole back has the big NMCA logo, and it has Hedman Street. You know, it has the class on it.
Right, and your name doesn't have your name on it.
I don't know if it has my name, but it's really nice. I wear it all the. It's such a class act, and let me tell you, NMCA treats the racer like a racer wants to be treated. You guys treat us
like a hero.
Like you're a customer that you don't that you want us to return. You treat us well. In fact, you have your pro
We do
pledge.
want you to return.
Yeah. You have your pro pledge where you say, hey, you got a problem? Come talk to us. We'll make it right.
Well, you know, how about that nice letter after you go to an event? You go to an event, and a couple weeks later, you get a nice letter in the mail saying, thank you so much for coming to our event. If there's anything we can do to help you, here's a contact, here's a phone number. Please bring it to our attention. I don't think I've ever been to another race that they've actually done that at, Lucky.
They treat you so good. The awards ceremony has been traditionally, the last couple of years, held at Vic Edelbrock's garage. A really classy location. They've got a bar. Everyone dresses up. They bring you up on stage. In addition to the top 10 in the classes, they also have some special awards. Diana, you won an award.
I did, Lucky.
Some inspirational whammy jammer. I don't know. It was beautiful. Beautiful. I mean, you guys are a class act. And when people talk about, hey, why don't they treat our racers better? You know, with other associations, I always point to the NMCA and say, you know what, you want to be treated like a somebody that they like, somebody important. Race with the NMCA because they always take good care of you.
Yeah.
And I'm a racer.
Yeah,
and Diana's a racer.
and even though, you know, I'm Quick Street and I'm at the bottom of the barrel, hey, they don't treat me like I'm at the bottom of the barrel, which I really appreciate.
You're never at the bottom, Diana. You're a good 8-10 inches off the top.
Oh, thanks, Lucky.
Yeah. I can find 3 or 4 people lower.
8 or 10 inches, huh?
Which in your case, well, anyway. Now, did we mention all the sponsors? Are there any sponsors that we didn't mention? Let's see. We hit Flowmaster.
We got Flowmaster, Curry, Hedman.
How about Calvert Racing?
Calvert Racing.
Yeah.
Granatelli.
How about that little flyer right there? Is that saying?
Yeah, we've also got Edelbrock as one of our class sponsors, as well as also the sponsor of, as we mentioned, our award ceremony at the end of the season.
To be honest with you, there's so many different sponsors of so many different little things. It's hard to just slam them in here for the first
Also,
5 minutes.
In the car show, also give a shout out to Mother's Polishes. They're our car care sponsor, and we're going to see their presence out there in the car show area as well.
And come by the Curry Hedman Aeromotive booth and check out all the stuff we got.
Huge Midway. It's the biggest Midway we have of the year by far.
Great Midway. Really a cool deal. Now, the next event will be at Fontana, and end of June.
Yeah, June 20th through the 22nd, if memory serves.
Which, Bob, I believe is called Auto Club Dragway Fontana. And we were just there for the last event, had a great time. The track was hooking, the track prep was good, the event went smooth, a lot of great racing. I was surprised to not see Joe Lapone in the final, though. He had a little mechanical problems.
Yeah, welcome to our world. How lucky we had mechanical problems, too.
He had some gremlins. Hey, Bruce, I think you have an interview with Randy Walker Racing, who's one of the pro mod racers. He's the world's fastest El Camino. Let's catch up with Randy Walker.
Hey, NMCA at Pomona, California. Randy Walker, so far #1 qualifier out of the first session. Randy, how you feeling about that?
Oh, I think we just kind of got a lucky hit. We had a little problem with the clutch on that run, but I think we should be able to run a lot better this next run. That #1 spot that we ran that one, it's not going to hold up, so we got to keep trying.
Yeah, a lot of guys are struggling. Looked like the track was a little tight out there. Do you feel the same way about that?
Yeah, I think it was a lot better than people thought it was going to be.
Yeah, that's what I was seeing on the track. A lot of tire shake and stuff. Of course, we see you doing some wiring issues out here now.
Yeah, I got a shifting problem with the automatic shifter, so we're putting a shift light in so we can manually shift the car.
And we seeing change a valve spring or two out there. Is that kind of normal with these engines, or?
Yeah, we generally try to check them between every run. We actually broke an exhaust valve spring on that run, so we got it fixed, and we'll go out and try to make a better hit.
Of course, these cars are like women. They want all your time and all your money. But Randy, you're going into the second session. We wish you luck, and thank you for being on Speed Scene Live.
Thank you very much.
Ah, that Donnie, always a mover and shaker at the track, and how dare he say that about women, but it's all good.
Now,
we were going over the schedule here with Chris and Brian, and racing starts Friday morning, correct?
Yeah, racing starts Friday morning with test and tune starting at 9 a.m. sharp, and then we'll
So what class is going to start?
It'll be a test and tune.
Oh,
so
just test and tune.
Yeah, so it'll
you
be
call it
open.
Multiple classes.
Yeah, multiple
Okay.
classes. Certain lanes will be for certain trees.
Get a little rubber on the track that way. You know.
What time's tech opening?
Tech opens at 8.
Okay.
Gates open at 8.
Nice. And then Friday racing, Saturday racing. I'm assuming they'll be qualifying on Saturday.
We actually have one round of qualifying on Friday afternoon.
Oh wow! Okay, so it starts on Friday. So you guys are with it.
Yeah.
Get that show going.
Yeah, one of the things that we need to be cognizant of is the curfew out there in Pomona.
Oh, what is it?
Well, it's starts at 9 and it runs different hours over the course of the weekend. But we need to get all the cars down the track.
I mean the evening curfew.
7 p.m. for Friday and Saturday night. We can't have any more cars go down the track.
Okay.
And then on Sunday, it's 6 o'clock.
Wow.
And I don't know if this applies, but I think in the past, didn't you have a thing where you didn't want the racers to start their cars before a certain time?
Correct. And that's no engines before 8 a.m. on Friday and Saturday. No engines after 7 p.m. on Friday and Saturday. So you can't be out in the pits like checking your trans brake or something like that.
Right. Which is good. Look, here we just watched a Cadillac go down the track.
There you go.
So any car, you know what? You want to come on down and race? Come on down and race. You know what? We welcome it all. It's going to be a great event. It's going to be a lot of fun. We're going to have a great time racing. And
there's a Honda in there.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, there you have it.
Ruh-roh. That must be a tow vehicle.
That's Bakersfield. That's Bakersfield right there. I recognize the wall. Yeah. There you go.
Okay.
See, Bedrock Racing. We're in Bakersfield.
Okay.
You know.
Well, was there anything else you guys wanted to talk about before? We're almost at the top of the hour. Anything else that we left out, guys? We got all about the car show and the racing and the Midway, where all the sponsors and the vendors are going to be, as well as all the sponsors that are participating. We want to send a special thanks to. Anything else?
Just come on out and see what we're all about. We promise to put on a great show. And just come and see what the NMCA West is all about.
Okay, and so this event is Friday, Saturday, possibly Sunday. And when is your next event?
June 20th through the 22nd at Auto Club Speedway in Fontana.
Very good.
And just one last thing, just a reminder, go online, www.nmcadigital.com/Pomona, and get your discount tickets if you buy online.
Your racer tickets, your spectator tickets, or your car shows, all available at nmcadigital.com. Plus, you can get all kinds of other information, schedules, all kinds of stuff. Even have a forum on there. Thanks a lot, you guys. You guys have been great guests.
Thanks for having us.
We look forward to it. I'm already pre-entered. Diana Might's pre-entered.
Of course.
We're going to have a great race. We're looking forward to it. Come on down, see us, and I'll be in the vendor area. Look for the 2 twin Red Novas. We'll be giving out stickers, catalogs, flyers. Come on down and see us.
Excellent. Hey, Bob, good segment with Penny on the phone. That was great. Where's Bob?
Where Ryan?
Okay.
Creeper.
Hey, guys, thanks for stopping by. Fun times.
Hey, thank you very much for having us, and thank you for the kind words about the series, too.
Hi, you're welcome.
Always.
You got it. We'll be back next week. We've got Lewis Crower coming in. Yep. We've got the Nostalgia Drag Racing League coming in. We've got some shows booked all the way through to the end of June with great people. Alex the Car Girl's coming back. Donnie Couch and Dar Hawthorne are bringing in their nitro-powered margarita maker. They'll be back.
Nice.
Lots of fun
I
stuff.
want to be there for that, Lucky.
Make a note of it. Coming up next is the encore presentation of tonight's show. Thanks for joining us. And yes, of course, we're back next week right here at Speed Scene Live.
Speed Scene Live TV, the #1 online motorsports TV show. Brought to you by Curry Racing Rear Ends, M&H Tires, Hedman Hustler Headers, Aeromotive Fuel Systems, and TheFoat.com.